Hello everyone, this is Varsha and you are watching the series of success stories brought to you by Indian Achievers Forum. So once again, we are here with you all to discuss the success story of one more achiever of our, and this time we have with us Mr. Saurabh K, who is the Director of Data Engineering at Lowe's India. Saurav is a seasoned data and analytics leader with more than a decade of experience across different domains. He is responsible in driving technology initiatives of the data platform for the data and analytics charter at Lowe's. He also plays a key role in accelerating the data strategy and modernizing data products and technologies, which help in collecting, transforming, and serving data assets in a unified and secure way. Saurav possesses 12 years plus of experience in spanning a successful history of leading seamless data transformation for various enterprises. From building solution in risk analysis to pioneering the cloud migration journey and establishing a data foundation and data lakes and lake houses in Falabella, he is adept in enabling new age analytics and complex data science use cases to architecting the innovation charter. He is always focused on creating the larger business impact and emphasizing on the importance of the purpose driven teamwork in achieving success. His strong leadership abilities combined with a deep knowledge of analytics, scalable platforms, and experience in managing diverse teams have helped him in transform the data strategy and charter for different enterprises. But before we actually start the conversation with him, let's quickly have a look at a very small video telling you about what we actually do.
Indian Achievers Forum is driven by a full-fledged advisory board. The board consists of experienced personalities who have excelled in their respective careers. Together, the forum organizes conferences, events, workshops, exhibitions, trade shows, and B2B initiatives in India as well as abroad. Where there is passion, there is achievement. And where there is achievement, there is Indian Achievers Forum.
Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm good, Varsa. How are you? Thank
All
you.
good, sir. Thank you so very much for joining. So, before we actually start the conversation, I'm very keen to know that how did you actually land up to the idea of choosing this particular profession for yourself?
Definitely, yeah, Varsa. So that's the interesting one. Basically, as you see, I belongs to Punjab, and in my family or in my relations, I don't think many of us are in IT profession. So either my father, like he is from farming background, and my brother he is in army, and my uncle they are in civil services. So it is an interesting journey how I landed up in this IT profession. So basically, after doing my 10th, there was a time like we had to choose some elective subjects, and that time computer was just a magic to everyone. And I have chosen that computer subject as an elective subject, and then we went to the class, and then teachers explained us what is computer and how this softwares like Paint, MS Paint, and then Fox Pro or the MS Word, how those specific software works. So I started developing interest in those applications, like how those applications or the software works, and what computer is and how this computer exactly works. But that was the time after 10th standard I started developing my interest. But the actual time came when I went post graduation. I went to one of the engineering college in Ghaziabad, KIET, and then there I started learning some programming language, and I have seen how these programming language can change the world, and how these are going to create a magic in front of all of us. And during that time, maybe the software engineering was not in so boom, but our teachers and everyone they told, these things are going to change the world in future, and this 2020 or 21st century is going to be the computer century. So that time I started digging into deep, and then I started leveraging my skills or my knowledge. And I still remember those days when I got my first job with one of the service based company. And then my first job was in data itself. And from the day one, I started working in data and understanding the data. So if I remember those days very clearly, that time data was just maybe in MBs or GBs. And now we are talking about that terabytes of data or maybe petabytes of data. And data is the only thing which can make you a magician. And data can tell you everything about everyone. So after knowing all those things about the data, about the technology and all, I started developing more interest. And now in the last decade, I have reached to this level, like director of this data engineering. And we have done a great job in our past, like developing so many applications which are serving community and which are serving the retail industry or the fintech industry. So that is how I landed up in this.
Amazing, sir. So, nothing comes that easy to us, and I'm pretty sure that you must have also had certain sort of challenges in your professional role. So, if you can please talk about those challenges and also the overcomings for the same, please.
Great. So yeah, as you rightly said, nothing can be possible without challenges or without this thing. So uh, let me just give you one example how I struggled a lot. So coming out of a village in Punjab and then coming to the South India. So I basically in 2009 I came to Bangalore the first time without knowing anyone here. I have chosen this profession IT, and then I thought that time and even now also IT hub is a Bangalore. So I thought let's go to Bangalore, let's explore. I was a very shy person. I used to just talk with my friends only, and that is just to a close group, not to the everyone. So that was very difficult for me coming from my zone to here, and then interacting with people. And you don't have any hand on your back, and then who supports you or who tells you what you have to do the next. So I started my career with data, and as I told you, I was the only one actually initially who was in this IT profession. Now my cousins and my sister, they are in IT for now. But at that time no one was there to help me to understand what profession is going to be the good or which line, because in IT there are many lines, right? Like we have a development, we have a support engineering, we have like testing and all. But I was so lucky that I got always the mentors, and I still remember those mentors who helped me to decide where I have to go and watch what line I have to choose. And so that was one of the challenge, coming out of my comfort zone, and then coming out of completely my area where we used to just talk about the farming, civil services, or the army related stuff. And that was one thing. The other thing was like developing my interest into the data or into the technology was not so easy for me, because I have never done that. And I didn't know how to start, or I didn't know like how to start my community itself. When I say community, it was like a data world community. Now on this community there are almost 400K followers. And I still remember those days when I started my journey. So that time, like, I was new to the technology, and even data was new to world. So whenever we used to stuck, I still remember those days very clearly. Me and my colleague, we used to struggle. We were solving one of the tech problem, fintech problem for risk analysis. We got stuck, and we were just like, what to do next? Because we couldn't find anything either in Google, or we didn't have many people who were talking or who were working in data in 2008 and 2009. So those were the days I still remember. And after that, me and my friends, we started one of our open source community, that is a Hadoop data world community. And there we started posting our day-to-day challenges and how we have overcome those challenges. So let's say if we encounter some problems, and then we resolve those problems, so we post on that community. Similarly, all the community member, and I would really want to thank all the community member who post their problems and who solve their problems, and then after that they help the entire the data community. The same goes with retail also. When I joined Lowe's India in 2014, I still remember that was very difficult decision for me to join from the fintech to the retail industry. And that time in 2014, Lowe's was just new to everyone like me. And we just started our center in India. So Lowe's is a Fortune 50 company in US. Everyone know, or they knew initially, but not in India. So I have seen all those challenges. And then from software engineer, like as I told, I started my journey as a data engineer or software engineer in 2009, and then I reached to this level, the leading the entire data engineering squad here in this big company.
Right, sir. So now, talking about your current company, Lowe's India, what sort of product and services you people are delivering in the market? If you can brief us a bit about those things.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely. So, let me just give you a brief about company first, and then I'll tell you what we are doing. So, Lowe's is around a 70 years old company in US, and it is a home improvement company. Like you can call in India now we see IKEA. So, IKEA is one of the home improvement. Similarly, in US, Home Depot is one of the home improvement. So we are the second largest home improvement company in US. And what we do, we provide our services to our pro customers, or we provide all the products, all the items for all different kind of need. Either talk about the logs, or let's talk about the refrigerator, or whatever we need in our home, including paints and all. So we have our stores, around 1,800 stores across America. Initially, we had our stores in Mexico and then in Canada, but recently we have closed those stores because of our strategy. But we provide a different kind of services, either pro services, or we sell our home improvement related product in our stores, and that is one of our major in the home improvement or retail industry. And apart from stores, we have our presence in and that is a very strong presence in our online market. So we have lowes.com, from where we sell all the products and different items. Now let me just tell you, so I mean, that is our main business in US. We do not have any presence anywhere in India, but we have our tech presence. So what we do here in India, we basically develop all the different kind of products or different kind of applications, software applications, which are supporting to our low stores employees, or maybe to our data analyst, or maybe to our leaders, to understand how many products we have sold out today, or what is our sales today, or maybe what is going to be. So like US, there are many hurricane comes there, right, as we know. So what is going to be our forecast, or what is going to be our demand during that hurricane, or maybe during that maybe let's say if we talk about summer or we talk about winter, what are the different products we are going to have in stock, so that we serve to our customers in a better way. And what is our customer need, to understand that, all the different kind of these analytics or different kind of model building we do here in India. Apart from that, all the different kind of tech stack or tech development, all the website development, all the different kind of function development. Just one example I would like to give you. Let's say you can compare, like in India, we use Amazon, or we use Flipkart, or we use Paytm. And if we want to search, let's say I want to buy a refrigerator for me, I just search refrigerator. But there are some recommendation for us, like you can buy along with the refrigerator, you can buy a stabilizer, or you can buy some other decorative item. That kind of recommendation comes from our applications or our product which we build. And that for you, it is going to be a different recommendation. For other customer, that is going to be a different recommendation. So those kind of personalizations we do. and entire team here in India. So when I started my career with Los India, we were just under 100 employees, but now we are close to 4,000 employees. And here we all do all these different kind of tech development or the data development. And here in India, my team basically data engineering, we collect all the different sources, all the different kind of data from all the sources, and then we do analytics, and then we provide that kind of recommendations. Or maybe let's say hurricane is going to become, so what item we have to be in stock, as I said. So that kind of weather forecast and weather, severe weather, different kind of applications we build. So we do not serve for the different companies. We have our own customer base. For them we build an application and we develop an application. So that is our tech department here in India and there in US as well. So we have a tech community there also.
Amazing, sir. So now, talking about the future, everyone do plans for their future. So, what further plan are you having for yourself in the upcoming years? If you can talk about those plans or share those plans with us as well.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Yeah, that is a good question, I would call it, because as you said, everyone has a plan, and even I do have. And how me, along with my company success, what plan we are making. So I'll just give you an high level. So, not me. Basically, everyone used to think that we will be a tech-driven company, maybe by 2025. But after this pandemic got hit to the entire world, our world has changed exponentially, and this technology has grown like crazy. Everyone, and you, I mean, you also have seen, like, in India we have so many new platform or new tech driven products which we can use, or we can get a delivery within a 10 minutes and within 20 minutes. And we have seen, like, there is going to be more digitalizations. It is not just going to be for few years and then getting stopped. So the growth which we planned earlier, and the timing which we have thought through, that has been changed completely. So after this pandemic, what we have seen, we have to be more proactive, first thing, and we have to be more customer centric. And whatever we are doing, either in terms of the technology or in terms of social services or whatever, it has to be the customer centric, it has to be the society centric. So my future plan, if I talk about, first thing which I'm thinking for this year, and that is what me and my colleagues we were talking, we have to build our community, data community, so strong that everyone can take a benefit of this. And when I say community, I'm referring to the Hadoop admin community, which I have created in 2014, and then since then we are driving this. This is an open source, and I request all of the listeners, they come to this and then they propose. So we have to serve our community better through this platform. That is the one aim, or which one goal that we are trying to achieve. The other one which I can tell you is all the different applications. Earlier we had a division between software application and the data applications, or we can call it software product and the data product. But now I can assure you, or I can tell you, based on the last 2 years trend which we have seen, that all the software product has to be the data driven. That is the future of this IT world. So all the data work, whatever the community or whatever different industries are doing, those platforms or those products, data products, has to be used by all the software. So my main second main target is, in my company or in the industry, whenever I go, I talk about it. All the applications, whatever we are envisioning or whatever work we are doing, those has to be driven by data. And then why I'm focusing much on the data, because whenever you and me we are talking, this data is getting recorded somewhere, and the team or the company, they are doing analytics on top of this data, whether my video is buffering in a quite way, good way, or it has some lag, or it has some issues. All the different kind of analytics is happening, not manually. Those days are gone when we used to do it manually and reactively. Now these are the things proactively. And here we are talking about the data, so we should not forget to mention the AI is going to be one of the future for all the tech industries, and that is one of my goal. to enable to enable AI in my IT driven products and data driven products and ML also. So these are the few focus for us for this year's where we are going to be after this.
Lovely, sir, and I wish you all the luck for all these plans of yours as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right. So now, moving ahead and talking about this Atmanirbhar Bharat campaign, a lot has happened in the last 2 3 years, and the worst situation has actually made us realize that how important it is to become Atmanirbhar. So, what do you have to say on this self-reliant India movement, and also how is your company working towards this?
Very nice. This is amazing because this is one of the part, like if you open any of the news media or whatever print media, Lowe's has contributed a lot in Atmanirbhar Bharat. Okay, and I'll just give you a few examples of that. But before we go there, let me just tell you what I think about this Atmanirbhar Bharat. So when I say Atmanirbhar Bharat, or when I read about it, and even our PM also talked about it initially, it doesn't mean that self-reliant India is self-centered India or self-centered system. It means we are going to be in a situation where we can produce our own items, or where we can serve to our community by ourselves, or maybe with some other help. Like during this COVID or pandemic, India has helped a lot to the different community or to the different countries as well. I still remember when I used to see, and I was quite happy. Like we were sending so many medicines or so many vaccines to the different countries, and they were praising about it. So that is one initiative which we have to think when we are talking about Atmanirbhar Bharat. So what I'm trying to say is that doesn't mean we have to be self-centered systems or self-centered company. We have to think how we can help each other. And that is how, like in India self-reliant, there is a concern for whole world happiness and cooperation and peace. So that is a self reliance India. And now how I am helping, or maybe how Los is helping. So when this pandemic hit, I still have those numbers in my mind. We were helping to our community where there was a need of this oxygen cylinder, or where there was a need of this PPE kit. So if I talk about the number, we almost help in a millions. So million of dollar we have given to our community. We have provided them this PPE kit, or we have built, or we have given a food to them, or we have given a, even we have started the vaccine drive also in our company, for our employees and for others also in the community as well. And we have helped them in 2022. I still remember when our CEO came, he announced around $1 million is going to be the next year investment plan to upskills our community and to upskills our social people, where they can get upskilled, and if they want to work with us, they can, or they can work anywhere. That doesn't mean whenever we are upskilling the community, they always have to be associated with us. So these are the great moment. And apart from that, I still have those numbers, like where we used to provide some aid to the different NGOs who were helping for the underprivileged kids. And then we went to those schools, or those communities where we have started the camp, and then we started giving some free medicines or free checkups. And we started building a house also. So Lowe's, as I told, Lowe's is a home improvement company. So that is how in India also, for underprivileged citizens or kids, we are providing the different kind of aids wherever we are we can. So that is one side of this Atmanirbhar. The other, which I was also talking of through my community, and that is how I always explain. So this community, Hadoop, or the big data community, in 2014 when I started, I never thought that I'm going to get that much appreciation about this, or that much support from the community of this data, or from the tech community. So my completely focused on this community has to reach till the level where everyone can come and they can discuss about their problems, and they can take the solutions as well. And this is a complete open source. Anyone can write, just one constraint: whenever they write, it comes for my approval. And if I see that content or those things are good, or my team members, whoever are working on that, if they see that that is relevant, definitely we post that. So that is my take on this Atmanirbhar Bharat.
Lovely, sir, and great support you people are giving to other people out there. So now moving ahead, and comes the question which I was literally waiting to put forward to you, and that is, what are your feelings on winning this Indian Achievers Award for Business Leadership for yourself?
It was amazing, Varsa. So let me just tell you, I went to a different kind of forum or the different kind of conferences where I got awarded by either, let's talk about the best data leader or best data master. But when one of your colleague approached me or my company in the past, and they told that they have reviewed my LinkedIn profile and they want my nomination for that, and they have clearly called it out, whether it would be selected or not, but you have to nominate yourself. And then my company, they have discussed with me. I said, let's go ahead. And then when I started researching about this IAF, I have seen that it is driven by you guys along with the government, and then many cabinet minister or many government forces came to your community, and then they are awarding. I was so happy, and when I came to know that my name has been selected for this award, so I was like in a different world itself, because I was not. I never thought that I will get that much of recognition for my work, either in private or maybe in the government or in this sector through an IAF. But this is amazing. And when I told this to my company and my family member, they were so proud of me that I am still maybe helping to the community, or I'm doing that much great work where it is getting recognized by IAF platform. So that is really a good feeling.
And I once again congratulate you on this achievement of yours, sir.
Thank you so much.
Right. So now, as we have discussed a lot about your professional role so far, and also the upcoming plans that you are having, if you can talk about the social contribution to that you are giving towards the society.
Okay. So when I talk about the social contribution, see, there are two things I always think about it. One, how you are helping society from your day-to-day work, whatever you are doing. The second, and I'll talk more about it, like what I do on a day-to-day basis and how it is helping to the society. The second and the foremost important one is whatever you are giving to the community, whether that is really needed by them or not. That is the second important. So first, what you are giving and whether that is worth to give, or they really need that or not. So when I talk about it, and when I go to the different forum, and then people ask what advice you have for us and how we have to start. So I always tell, whenever you start your day, just start with positive note. Just think, or just prepare your day plan. Like today, whatever work you are doing, either it is helping to your team, or it is helping to your company, or whether it is going to help to the community or the society, that is, you have to start planning. Second, like in my life, what I do basically on a day to day basis, I didn't want this to tell to everyone and they have to follow. It depends on individuals. But whenever I see a person is in a need, doesn't matter whether they are from the IT, or they are from the society, or they are just known to me, or they don't known to me, either in Bangalore or anywhere. Whenever I see a person in need, either it can be a money, or it can be any advice, or it can be anything, I always help them. And that is one of example which I mean, during last year, maybe in I still remember during 10th of December, One of a person came and then to our society, and he was talking about his journey, how he started and all those things, and he was in a need of few things, and I don't want to name them, but I, without a second thought, I immediately helped them. And after that, after almost 20 days around a new year, he called me and then he wished me a new year and then all those things. So that was a different feeling for me, that I helped and I forgot, but that person whom I helped, and that was still remember. So there are many instances like that where I do, and that is one of my community, that data world community which I was talking. So that is also the similar kind of initiatives which I started taking.
Lovely, sir. So now, last but surely not the least, what message or mantra you would like to give to our younger generation to become successful in their careers?
Great, thank you. And that is very important, because how I reached from zero to this level. So I always have to tell to my junior or my colleague or whoever is listening to me, that first thing, there is no shortcut in life. You should not just prepare your plan for a low hanging fruits, or just for a short term. So always, whenever you are doing something, do it with proper dedication. Prepare your plan for a long journey, like what you want to achieve in 1 year, what you want to achieve in 2 years, and what you have to achieve in 3 years. But it is not need to start from the year one or the day one. First, you prepare the whole plan or the end goal, what you want to achieve, and then to achieve that particular goal, how you are going to do step by step, or how you are going to start with your journey from the day one. So planning is very important. That is first thing I would call it. Second, the self confidence. So that is very important. Nothing is impossible. I can tell you based on my experience in this entire life. And as I mentioned in my initial or the first questions, I belongs to a family where no one was an engineer, and I started this journey. And in just 12 years, I became a director of this big Fortune 50 company, 100 billion company. So nothing is impossible. Just keep a confidence in you. Start with the positive note, and you always will get a success when you have a positive attitude. And whenever you are going to the next level, always believe in a teamwork, not just in you. Definitely you are going to be success when the team is doing the great work. So I started my journey as a data engineer or the junior level engineer, and now I'm a director. It is because I never thought this is just my work. It is always a team effort. So always go with the team. That is my third point. And fourth, and that is very important, you always need to get an aligned with the company vision. Whatever company is thinking, whatever the industry is going, just go with that. Do not need to hesitate to tell your opinion to the company or to the leaders or to your colleague. Always be vocal. And that is what I told. I was not so vocal, I was introvert. And then I realized that is not going to help. I started mingling with the people, I started talking, and I started sharing my ideas. Never think that your idea is good or bad. Let it be out, and then people let them decide, or let first discuss with your colleagues or your leaders. So whatever idea you have or whatever you want to do, just see whether your company vision or their values are aligned to that or not. If you are thinking in that way, definitely you will get a success. So proper planning, proper attitude, positive attitude, and then self confidence, and then aligning to the business and their values, going with the tech world. Those are the few things which I would call it out for younger generation.
Very, very correctly said, sir. So, thank you so very much for joining with us today. It was lovely talking to you, and I wish you all the success for all your future endeavors as well. And may you continue to inspire us the way you are doing. Thank you so very much for your time.
Thank you so much, Varsa, and thank you IAF team for recognizing this and for giving me this platform to talk and to share my idea. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.